Contracts form the foundation of business relationships, establishing legally binding agreements that protect all parties involved. But what makes a contract valid? And how can you create effective agreements that stand up in court? This video explores the essential elements and best practices of contract creation. For a contract to be legally binding, it must contain several key elements. First, there must be an offer and acceptance, where one party clearly proposes terms and the other party agrees to them. The contract must include consideration, meaning each party must provide something of value, whether that's money, services, or other benefits. Mutual obligation is essential. Both parties must understand and agree to the same terms. All parties must have the competence and capacity to enter the agreement, meaning they must be of legal age and sound mind. While not all contracts require written documentation, having a written instrument provides clear evidence of the agreement's terms. When creating contracts, following best practices ensures efficiency and legal compliance. Using standardized templates minimizes errors and speeds up the drafting process, especially for common agreements like NDAs or service contracts. Automation through contract management software can streamline workflows by auto-filling fields and tracking changes. Cross-functional collaboration between departments like legal, sales, and finance reduces back and forth later in the process. Always maintain version history to create an audit trail of revisions and centralize contract storage in a secure system for easy access and compliance auditing. Contract creation follows a defined life cycle. It begins with initiation, identifying the need for an agreement. Next comes authoring and drafting, creating the initial document using templates or custom clauses. The negotiation phase allows parties to exchange terms and propose changes until reaching mutual understanding. The approval workflow involves internal reviews from relevant departments. Execution follows, with all parties signing the document. After signing, proper storage and retrieval systems maintain the contract securely. Finally, ongoing management monitors obligations, deadlines, and renewals throughout the contract's life. Contrary to popular belief, not all contracts must be written to be valid. However, certain agreements typically require written documentation in most states. These include real estate transactions, contracts lasting longer than 12 months, marriage agreements, and promises to pay debt. Many states also require written contracts for insurance, high-value goods sales, securities agreements, and long-term leases. When creating contracts, avoid common mistakes that can lead to disputes. Vague or ambiguous language creates uncertainty about obligations. Missing key terms like scope, payment details, timelines, or dispute resolution mechanisms can leave critical gaps. Complex or high-value contracts should always involve legal counsel review. Never overlook compliance requirements, especially in regulated industries like healthcare or finance. Ensure all parties are reviewing and signing the same version to prevent inconsistencies that could invalidate the agreement. Digital contracts and electronic signatures have revolutionized business transactions. Under laws like the ESIGN Act and UETA, electronic signatures are legally equivalent to handwritten ones when certain conditions are met. Both parties must consent to electronic transactions. The signature system must reliably identify the signer, and records must be retained and accessible. When disputes arise, courts interpret contracts by examining the ordinary meaning of the language and considering the parties' intentions. If intentions remain unclear, courts may consider business customs and regional practices. Courts recognize both unilateral contracts, which involve one party making an offer to many, and bilateral contracts between two specific parties, with defined rights and obligations. While templates and automated tools work for simple agreements, professional legal guidance becomes critical for high-value or complex contracts. Seek legal help with agreements that are long-term, heavily negotiated, cross international borders, involve employment law, or include intellectual property and licensing components. Technology continues to transform contract creation. Contract lifecycle management systems automate drafting and track approvals. Artificial intelligence analyzes past contracts to identify risks and optimize language. E-signature platforms enable seamless execution, while analytics dashboards provide insights into contract performance and compliance. Understanding the fundamentals of contract creation helps businesses establish clear, enforceable agreements that protect interests and facilitate successful relationships. By combining legal essentials with modern best practices and technology, organizations can create contracts that minimize risk while maximizing operational efficiency.